The parking garage, a safe piece of American infrastructure, but in the hands of a maniac, they can become a prison of destruction. So join us tonight as we take a look at the world's most dangerous parking garages. We begin with Casey Alexander, who just returned home from a hard day's work at the CIA. No sooner does he enter his parking complex before he sees what appears to be a damsel in distress. But this is no damsel. It's a trap laid by the same men who killed Casey's father. After showing his best evacuation skills, Casey is fortunate that his brother comes along to lend a helping hand. But all of this impressive kung fu fighting ends when Casey pulls out a gun. When it's all said and done, it's clear that chivalry is not dead, but some bloodthirsty terrorists are. Miami, Florida. An attractive young woman approaches Frank Martin in the parking garage, asking him for help. But Frank has an appointment and he can't be late. But this young lady won't take no for an answer. She pulls a gun on Frank and demands that he get out of the car. Once out of the car, her 4 carjacking compatriots join, and they have their eyes set on Frank's brand new Audi A8. He even manages to take off his finely pressed suit before showing these carjackers that they're outta luck. A night out on the town turns into an all-out rumble for Lou Lee and his friends in their matching jogging suits. After a bar fight with some mercenaries spills into the nearby parking garage, they take it to level 7. As the bats and blades are flying, an innocent motorist is caught in the crossfire. That'll be one hell of an insurance claim. With this much mayhem, it looks like no one will be safe in these hands. Los Angeles, California. Vigilante Paul Kersey is roaming the mean streets of LA on the hunt for the men who killed his daughter. After investigating some nearby screams, he's led into a parking garage where one of the men he's searching for is assaulting an innocent couple. Lucky for them, Paul Kersey has all the time in the world. After Jiver ditches his human shield, he's shot by Kersey. And while he may escape this parking garage, he will not escape justice. It's Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, and plenty of creatures are stirring. Major Shane Alcott finds himself doing battle with the IRA's Brian O'Flaherty in a city engulfed in chaos. But once the battle finds its way to a parking garage, Alcott must do everything he can to keep as much space between himself and his pursuers. Alcott's quick thinking may keep him alive, but he takes one wild ride after another. At one point, O'Flaherty thinks he has the jump on him and even attempts to ram him with his car, but ends up taking out his own man, giving new meaning to the word work crunch. And now that Alcott has a car of his own, the chase is on. And after a daring escape from Alcott, O'Flaherty is left on the street below like a chestnut roasting on an open fire. Attorney Jason Chan is walking through his parking garage when a car appears behind him, but this car has evil intentions. After a second car joins the fray, Jason finds himself sandwiched between two vehicles when he hits the deck. But this is just the beginning of his problems. Talk about a drag. After seamlessly avoiding one car's murderous intent, it continues driving straight off another car and out of the parking garage. That's one way to avoid paying your fees. After some impressive high bar routine, Jason manages to switch to a more hands-on approach. He even resorts to making one man a human piñata, but without the sweets inside. Beverly Hills, California. The citizens have all been evacuated from their homes due to a reported chemical spill, but in actuality, it's all a part of an elaborate and evil plan concocted by Robert Masterson. But he wasn't banking on Boomer and Ed, the proverbial flies in the ointment. Boomer and Kelvin have already been chased all over Beverly Hills before things escalate and end up in a parking garage. And things get pretty hot from there. The two find themselves unable to see before their Rolls-Royce ends up driven off the garage and falling through multiple floors before ending up in a Japanese restaurant. Maybe next time, they'll just use the drive-thru. Bronx, New York. Keon is in town to attend his uncle's wedding, but Keon gets more than he bargained for when he finds himself at odds with a dirt bike gang. They've been terrorizing his uncle's neighborhood for weeks. After being chased, Coons ends up seeking sanctuary in a parking garage of all places. The lock gate keeps the gang at bay only momentarily before the chase is on again. Leave it to Jackie Chan to find the most creative way to scale a parking garage. And to exit one. After a night of professional wrestling featuring the fabulous Freebirds, Connor McLeod returns to his car that was parked in one of the many parking garages in New York City. But this particular parking garage has something no other one has: an old enemy with a score to settle. And soon the sparks are flying. It's safe to say this scene had us head over heels. So the next time you find yourself in a parking garage, check your corners, know your exits, and when available, pay for valet.